So having spent the last several days playing on the PTR and in the arena modes, I have to say I'm impressed. And the thought kept coming up in my head, what could I be doing now? Or what maybe should we all be doing now to prepare for this update that is set to launch here in just a couple of weeks? Now, we don't have a specific date yet, so I wanted to make this guide as a way, or perhaps just this guide as a way of my thought process into what I'm stepping into to prepare for the Arena PTR update. And if you guys have any tips or tricks, sound off below. Maybe I can do a follow-up video kind of encompassing all of those in case this video doesn't touch on them. But overall, that's what this video is going to be. And if it helps answer any questions, let me know. If you still have questions about what you could be doing in New World right now, sound off. Like, the goal is to hopefully help grow the community and help grow your enjoyment of playing MMORPGs. Now, hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name's Brian. If you're new around here, and we're going to be talking about PTR prep for the May update here on the live server. My first and foremost goal, and this is what I'm going to be working on over the course of the next, couple of weeks. We'll just assume a couple of weeks. Most likely it's going to be towards the end of May. That's kind of how they've been rolling out these updates. You can see here I've got a wide range of experience put into my different weapons. My new goal, I want to finish off Blunderbuss, and that's just kind of my own personal take because I've been really enjoying Sword and Blunderbuss as a build itself. I want to get all the rest of my weapons to level 10. Ideally, this won't take you that long. In fact, on this channel, I do have a leveling video breaking down how to fastly, that's a bad grammar, quickly level up your various weapons. So I'm going to put that into practice. And my goal is at least to get all of my weapons to level 10 so I have skills and a couple of perks. You do level up, you can get experience while using the Arena PTR, you can even enter into it at level 20. So I think that's actually going to be a really good, healthy thing for the game. Right now the debate is all on if OPR is going to be, deserted, and it might be because of how easy and quick it is to get into the arena. But you can see here I've got several weapons that I haven't put a lot of time into because, generally speaking, I kind of like to finish off a weapon. You can see here I finished off the single hands. I was working on Spear, then Blunderbuss came out, and then I've just kind of been stuck in Blunder World. And then I have worked on Great Axe a little bit prior. But Warhammer Great Axe needs some effort. Bow Musket needs some effort. Obviously casting needs some effort because when it comes down to the launching, I want to have flexibility in what I decide to step into the arena. And that's just my own personal take on the matter. So that's first thing I want kind of focusing on over the next couple weeks. The second thing comes into Arcana leveling. Now, my leveling skill, I guess if I actually pull up my character and go into trade skills, it's not the most amazing. I haven't spent a lot of time leveling the crafts outside of cooking, just because I really enjoy cooking in this game. I've been more focusing in on kind of the refining, the leveling of the gathering and the refining skills, hands down. But potions are going to be a thing. And so whether it's going to be about making money or more than anything else, I want to focus in on leveling up my Arcana to either supply myself with potions themselves personally, or to also supply the market. Now, if anything changes in terms of how they function on the PTR, I'll let you know in future videos. But at the time of this recording, your potions do count. Your ammo doesn't, so it's not going to be as important to focus in on ammo and PvP. It's going to be about focusing in on those potions. Same thing kind of applies to food itself, but that is essentially going to be what it is. The third major thing that I kind of want to direct you to, and we've talked about it here on this channel a little bit, is expertise. Now, I haven't had a massive need to level up my expertise. You'll note that when I approach games, I approach them with the idea of not burning out. So you might look at my expertise and be like, whoa, what's this guy know? He hasn't really put a lot of time into it. Yeah, rightfully so. I invest in fun. That's how I do it. However, expertise in 3v3, that's going to have a play. That's going to have its own weight. And right now I'm in all my fishing gear because why the heck not? But you can level up your expertise, and you can do this a number of ways. And I'm going to kind of talk about that here in this video itself just a little bit. But let's go ahead and actually, you can do it from the Arcana station if you do unlock your tier 5 camp. This is going to help you level up your expertise. If you look for, let's see where it is, the potion itself, the topaz, gypsum, potion. So it looks like I'm missing a few key items, but you can only craft so many of these as they have almost a 24-hour cooldown. You can make, and you can actually bonus make those. The reason why that potions ends up important is after you use one, you can go kill level 55 enemies to get topaz, to get the material gypsums, and then you can craft those into gypsum orbs. The other thing that you want to do, even if you're like on the fence about returning, if you haven't played New World in a while, or you're thinking about coming back, you want to make sure you jump out into the open world and you start doing a little bit of gathering here ever so slightly. Now it looks like that was a nice little bit of herbs that nobody picked on. So if I go ahead and focus in on different things, because the reason is that right now on gathering, and of course I'm not going to get one, it doesn't happen each and every time. So you have to go either whack a couple of trees or have to break a couple of rocks. There you go, hidden stash. You can get 3 of these a day. So let me go gather all 3 of these and let me show you how you can forcibly increase your gypsum, your expertise score without too much effort. Now with my daily sacks or hidden stashes gathered, one thing I want to point you guys to also is the alchemist level of your faction. Now I don't have enough because I've been spending things with my tokens, but for just 7,000 of your faction tokens, you can also get an additional gypsum orb. This would encourage you to also, as opposed to as a part of your daily gathering, make sure you go knock out 3 daily faction missions at whatever zone that you feel like leveling in. You get these faction bonuses. It's going to give you coin, it's going to give you tokens, it's going to give you a lot of options, especially if you're leveling in the game itself, to kind of get caught up to speed and ready. So kind of do that. We'll talk about the gypsum, a refinement process here in just a second, but I wanted to highlight this here for you. The other thing I point out when it comes down to it, if I just kind of pull up my inventory, I'm working also on making as much coin as possible. There's a 500,000 cap on coin. I'm nowhere near it at the moment, but I've been enjoying fishing. I've been enjoying gathering, and there's going to be a bigger demand as more and more people come back to the game, eager to test their mettle in PvP. That's going to be all kinds of materials. So this is a good time to start stocking up kind of before any of that hype, before any of those waves return. So that way you can take advantage of it. But now let's talk about actually forcibly pushing your expertise just a little bit higher. Now, personally, I like to head out to Reekwater because that's where I like to fish, and that's also where I've got my inn room. So essentially you can find the kiln here, and using whatever gypsum types that you have. In this case, I've got a couple diamonds, so I come to make myself 2 orbs this way. You can buy your orb for your faction. You also have multiple different ways of collecting these various different types of gypsum, like emerald is through gathering and crafting, hitting those expertise levels post that. And so like I said, even with the topaz, using those potions to go and farm level 55 enemies and more to get the topaz gypsum, you can actually rack up a bunch of these things. Now here's where it kind of comes into play and why I think you should at least be focusing on this on a daily, kind of casually level, if that makes sense. You get to use this, but it still also has a cooldown between crafting that. So I'm going to focus on here on chest gear. I'm going to grab myself a new chest gear cast. I'm going to go ahead and grab another one as well. In this case, I'm going to go with my feet for some reason. That's just what I want to say. And so now I've used my 2 orbs. So I've now got 2 new gypsums. And if I go ahead and open these, in fact, actually I forgot to open up my hidden stashes, so we'll do that here in a second. So if I open up my feet, you can see here my expertise is now increased to 539. I open up my chest, 556, and I've gotten a new coat. If I go ahead and open up my gypsum bag, you can see here I get a lot of different items, the diamond gypsum right there, and coin, as along with these other various different motes. And you can see here I can get these different rewards. So now I've gotten 3 new gypsum. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna save my stashes for fishing to kind of do a big video of like 100 stashes or something like that. I think that might be interesting. I don't know. At least it is interesting mentally to me. And then I've gotten a new one. So now I still can't do chest gear and footwear, so I can go ahead and pick on something else. I'm gonna go and focus in on blunderbuss because I do enjoy that weapon quite a bit. We'll go ahead and open up that and get the expertise increased. So with that, you can see here overall my average expertise is increased. My expertise for the various different weapons and items has been increased. I can also review the gear themselves to determine if it's essentially what I want to keep and use for my character. But right now I'm still rocking the mighty fishing gear. So that is something I wanted to direct you to. Hopefully you've gotten something good out of this video. Obviously, with New World being a player-driven economy, having items in the market, being able to gather and craft those items is going to pay off immensely down the road, immensely over the course of the summer and immensely over the course of the fall, leading into what we presume to be some kind of maybe an expansion. That's what I'm hoping for, at least for the game itself. Anyway, guys, I hope you got some value out of this video. If you feel like it earns it and you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments so I can welcome you to the channel. Outside of that, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'm looking forward to doing some more New World videos for you here this week itself. Again, thanks. Have a wonderful one, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Yeah. It's time to chill out on the couch and read some comments. That's right. You know me when it comes to Destiny. I'm off with the clan, and I'm glad you're feeling better. Oh yeah.